Here's something that might surprise you about GLP-1 medications. If you're not seeing the results that you expected, if you lost weight initially but then hit a plateau, or if your A1C improves slightly, but you're still not seeing the results that you'd hope for, it's not because the medication isn't working. If you're taking it properly, it's likely that the medication is working exactly as designed. But here's what you maybe don't understand. These medications will not fix your diabetes. They aren't actually designed to heal anything. They're used to minimize symptoms. And when we rely solely on GLP-1s for success, the underlying root cause problems often get progressively worse. So today I'm going to share how to achieve your goals if you choose to use GLP-1s in a way that is also healing and sustainable for long-term success. I'm Taylor Reilly. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Green Roots Transformation from Type 2 to a Healthy You. As a board certified functional nutritionist, I've helped thousands of high achieving professionals and active adventure seeking retirees just like you to conquer their prediabetes or type 2 and unlock vibrant energy and health with my proven metabolic restoration pathway method, a personalized approach that identifies your unique root causes of insulin resistance while also considering your busy lifestyle, your food preferences, and your specific goals so that you can achieve lasting transformation quickly, sustainably, and even enjoyably. Now, here's what's interesting about the wonderful action takers that I get to work with. They come to me with completely different experiences and feelings about GLP-1 medications. And I want to address all of them today because I'm sure you'll recognize yourself in one of these scenarios. Some of you are completely against taking them. You don't like the idea of more medications, or maybe you feel like it's cheating. Others have tried them, but maybe had to stop because of severe side effects like nausea, digestive issues, fatigue, or just feeling pretty terrible overall. And then there are those who have tried them and saw modest results before hitting a wall where nothing else really happens. And finally, some of you may have had great initial success, significant weight loss, improved A1C, but once you came off the medication, everything rebounded worse than before. And here's what I want you to know up front. I am certainly not here to judge which path you choose or feel called to. That is a very personal decision that should be made internally with yourself and with your healthcare provider. What I do want to do today is help you understand why these medications don't work for everyone and why they're certainly not the magic bullet for long-term success like many people hope that they'll be. Because once you understand the science behind what's really happening, you'll have a completely different perspective on how to approach your health, whether or not you choose to use these medications, and how to reach your goals easier, faster, and more sustainably. So let's start with how these medications actually work. GLP-1s work by mimicking a hormone that your body naturally produces to influence your appetite. They slow gastric emptying, which also helps you feel fuller longer. And they encourage your pancreas to release insulin more effectively when you eat. So scientifically speaking, this should help with both weight loss and blood sugar control. And it often does to a point. But here's where things get tricky for many people. These medications are only designed to manage symptoms, right? They don't address why you developed insulin resistance, your diabetes, or gain the weight in the first place. So think about it this way. If your house has a foundation problem that's causing cracks in the walls, you can keep painting over those cracks and spackling them and painting them some more. And for a while, the house will look better and maybe you'll think it's fine. But if you never fix the foundation, eventually those cracks will keep coming back, bigger and more obvious and more challenging to fix each time. And that's exactly what's happening when GLP-1s are used as standalone solutions. You're managing the surface level symptoms of insulin resistance, but the underlying metabolic dysfunction that created your diabetes and related health problems like stubborn weight gain is still running in the background and getting progressively worse. But here's what I share with my clients that gives them hope and real results quickly. Your body already has the mechanisms it needs to produce GLP-1 naturally, regulate blood sugar effectively, and achieve and maintain a healthy weight without constant struggle. Something is just interfering with those natural processes. Maybe it's chronic inflammation from years of stress and inadequate recovery. Maybe it's lipotoxicity from eating high fat, high protein foods that don't match with what your body actually needs or your genetic makeup. Maybe it's nervous system dysregulation from constantly pushing yourself beyond your limits. Maybe it's unresolved patterns around stress eating or emotional eating or late night snacking that are keeping you trapped in cycles that are working against your metabolism. The good news is, though, once we identify and address your specific root causes, everything can change quickly and for the long term, regardless of which path you choose with GLP-1 medication. So here's exactly how we approach this differently so that you can see quick and meaningful results that last. First, we get laser focused on identifying your unique root causes, not generic causes that you read about online, not what worked for someone else, your specific metabolic fingerprint, and what's been driving your insulin resistance and related symptoms. I had a client, a very successful attorney, who came to me after trying a GLP-1 for over 8 months. And she lost 20 pounds initially, but then everything stalled and she started to experience worse and worse fatigue and more digestive issues. And when we did her comprehensive metabolic assessment, we discovered that she had significant lipotoxicity from years of keto and high stress eating patterns, plus genetic variants that made her body process certain foods completely different than most people. So once we were able to address those specific root causes, her natural GLP production improved dramatically. Her energy returned, her cravings disappeared. She was able to lose more weight and keep it off. Her A1C came into a healthy range, was able to achieve better results than she had on that medication or any other medication. And she's been able to maintain those results. Now, second, we need to focus on completely revolutionizing your relationship with food, because here's what most people don't understand. Restricted eating patterns, the kind that most people use alongside GLP-1s or when trying to avoid them, actually suppress your body's natural GLP-1 production. When you're constantly focused on low carb or fighting food cravings or fasting, obsessing about what you can eat, when you can eat, following rigid rules that don't honor your body's actual needs, you're working against your body's natural regulatory systems. And if you're someone who turns to food for comfort during stressful days, finds yourself eating late at night, even if you're not really hungry, or maybe uses food to cope with uncomfortable emotions, these patterns aren't character flaws. They're just symptoms of deeper imbalances that need to be addressed at the root level. So what I help my clients do is teach them how to eat in a way that satisfies them both physically, mentally, and emotionally, while naturally optimizing your body's GLP-1 response. We also go deeper and do work around understanding what's really driving the stress eating or emotional eating or snacking patterns, because when you're able to address those underlying triggers and give your body what they actually need, those compulsive eating patterns naturally resolve. And when you get this right, your body starts to regulate your appetite and blood sugar naturally. Food becomes nourishing and enjoyable again instead of stressful and shameful. And you never have to feel like you're fighting against yourself anymore. And lastly, we optimize your entire metabolic environment to align with your body's needs in a way that fits seamlessly into your lifestyle. So whether you choose to use GLP-1s as a bridge during your healing process or prefer to go without them, when you address the root causes, your body can heal and regulate itself quickly, powerfully, and sustainably. So here's what I'd love for you to be able to take away from all of this. I'm not here to tell you that GLP-1 medications are good or bad. For some people, in the right context and alongside of root cause resolution strategies, they can be incredibly helpful. What I am here to tell you is this: whether you're pro-medication or anti-medication or somewhere in between, you have far more power over your metabolic health than you realize. Your body wants to heal. It wants to regulate its blood sugar naturally. It wants to maintain a healthy weight without a constant struggle, but it needs the right conditions in order to do that. And those conditions are unique to you and your body and your life. But when you're able to meet those needs in a way that's very doable, when you're able to address the root causes of your insulin resistance and learn to eat in a way that supports your unique body's metabolism or optimizes your GLP-1 production. When you optimize your entire system for health, that's when real transformation happens. And most people are surprised at how quickly it can happen once you start responding to your body's needs intelligently. Then you're just not managing your symptoms, you're actually conquering your diabetes and optimizing your health. You're able to transform your relationship with food, with your body, and have unshakable energy and stamina and confidence in yourself again, now and into the future. So, if what I'm sharing resonates with you, if you're tired of struggling just to manage symptoms and you're ready to address what's really going on and get to the root of the problem, then I want to invite you to book a free 45-minute insulin resistance audit with me personally. This is an opportunity for us to look together at your specific history, your specific situation, and identify what's been holding you back from getting the results you've been striving for. And you'll walk away with a clear roadmap for what exactly needs to shift for you to move forward and achieve your goals. So, whether you're currently on a GLP-1 medication, considering them, or dead set against them, or maybe you've tried them and they didn't work, this audit is going to give you the clarity that you need to be able to make the best decisions for your body and your goals. The link is below in the description. Go ahead, fill out the brief application so that I'm best prepared to support you. Choose a time that works best for you, and I look forward to seeing you there and helping you optimize your health.